like Christmas Eve. It's, you're anxious to open up the gifts, and that's how I feel. And if I can take a moment to speak on behalf of all the former players that have played here and have been, have wanted this opportunity, that hey, this is really going to happen, and we're excited. It's probably one of the most exciting times since in my short tenure here of 9 years that we're taking a big step forward, and I find this to be a great commitment for our program, and so we get to open up a present, something we've always been thinking, talking about, anticipating, and to be able to step on a field that'll enhance how we play is from a coaching standpoint it's great. It's just, there's all kinds of superlatives you could speak to, but one is it's just great. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for our present players and future players.
I think it's very exciting. Honestly, it's been a long process, but I think we're doing it the right way. So the process is going to, benefit us in the long term. But I think for lacrosse in particular, again this year we really didn't get many practices at all outside. We got in one game, I think, on the actual field, and so for us, it's just going to be able to get out and use an entire field. Specifically this year down in Florida, it ate us up, that we hadn't been out there yet, and the teams we went against had, and then kind of continued through because we came back from that and had to be stuck in a gym, and so it was difficult, and having that opportunity to get outside is going to be exciting. The weather's still going to be a fun factor, but I think it's going to have us prepped for the games that we're going to be playing in the climate up here.
Really excited. Excited for our players, excited for our alumni, excited for the student body in our university. There's a lot of work that's been put in by the Bonaventure community to be able to make this dream come true, and I think everybody that's a Bonnie will be super proud of this. But I also think this facility will not only benefit this university, but I think it's going to benefit Western New York as a regional facility that a lot of people will want to come and play on. But it's very, very unique, and I'm proud to be a part of the process.
It's been documented in the past that the playing surface for us is crucial to have a flat field where the ball can roll, and we've struggled with that here. We've had opportunities, scoring opportunities, possession opportunities squandered because we just couldn't possess the ball. It wasn't due to a player's inability to pass it correctly or receive it correctly. It was more the field in itself, and so when you don't have control over that, it makes it frustrating. So hopefully that will now be to the wayside. We as a team are a possession team. That's how we like to play. That's part of my coaching philosophy. And having a field where we can keep the ball on the floor and knock it around is it's exciting. That's the players we're trying to recruit. That's how players like to play. It's an attractive soccer. So that's the most immediate thing. I think when you look at the bigger picture, that you can play in a nice facility with lights, playing on Friday evenings and so forth, it draws the community, brings a better whole environment to the match itself.
Well, first of all, I think it takes away a lot of headaches. In the last year, there's a lot of, thought process of, do you have to cancel a game because of rain or bad weather? You're checking the weather all the time to make sure that the weather's cooperating. So I think, in a nutshell, first and foremost, I think we're going to have a great surface now where we don't have those worries. Number two, I think it's going to allow us a lot of flexibility in terms of training, practicing, being able to get on the facility a lot more than maybe we had in the past. And I think from a recruiting standpoint, I think we're definitely going to see the advantage of it. In terms of recruits are going to want to be a part of this program because of this field. They're going to want to get on that field to win games for St. Bonaventure, to score goals. So I see a lot of different ways that this is going to help us out, and the idea that we're getting lights in year one is huge. Being able to play night games, I think it's part of the process. I think every student athlete should be able to feel that, and our girls haven't been able to experience that, and they will now. Being able to play in front of, I think, bigger crowds and being able to get more people here at their games, I think will be a great thing. So I think comment the other day, Friday night lights. We're going to be able to play a lot of Friday night games, and I think that's going to be a huge selling point to not only our team, our program, but also to our recruiting.
For me, it means we're making that next stop, and we're going to be able to take the program where I kind of have it set in my mind of where it can go. You're in an area that is highly concentrated with lacrosse, and this one feature of having the field is going to be extremely nice. And I think that, talking with my girls, having them throughout the year, talking about this project, it's just exciting to know that we now can kind of check this off the list of some of the things that kind of set us back at times. And so it takes care of another excuse that now we got to produce. Now we have the field. Now we can't have that anymore in the back of our minds. And I think it's just, across the board for everybody, it's just going to be a nice feature to have on campus, whether it's just lacrosse and soccer. Everybody's going to just, the aesthetic of it, everybody just pulling in the back of campus, it's going to give us a different look. And I think really having the construction out here starting, it's really going to start to get everybody's mindset on this is happening, and then it's really going to push us forward with all our programs here.
Yeah, the trend is especially in our parts of the country to go more of a field turf facility. It's easier to manage in the difficult weather. The product itself is getting so much better. It's more like natural grass. The purists want to play on grass. We would love to play on a great grass field, but it's not what's best for us and where we're located. So we are now have the means to play on. It's not an artificial field like the old days. This field turf is a turf that's the company coming in is one that is almost like grass. And so within the A10, there's the majority of the schools are going to be, and if not now, will be going this direction. Those that have great soccer stadiums, St. Louis and UMass, those are grass fields. But there's others that have the field turf that is a wonderful playing surface as well.
I think it's going to start just with the fact of us walking out to a field that we can be proud of is going to put our mindset, whether it's practice or game, at the right spot. But I also think one of the big things is when you're bringing other people in, other teams in, other families in, bringing in a recruit, like you're going to be able to speak of it highly and use it as a selling point where, right now sometimes if it's raining and stuff, you want to avoid the grass. So I think it definitely is going to increase the pride in what the girls do here. But I think across the board, everybody is going to feel a little bit more inclined to maybe want to come out and watch a game, and other teams coming in and stuff like that are going to leave here with good experiences and share that with other people.
The community of St. Bonaventure, I think this is what makes it so unique. You have so many people that are giving to this idea, and they're not all soccer players or athletes. You have people coming from all over. Whether it be former alums or just families that are involved in the local area that want to help out. I think that's one of the special things that we always talk about at Bonaventure, the community. Well, the Bonaventure community made this happen, and we're pretty fortunate and lucky for that.
I'd like to, start out by, thanking one of the donors to the project, Tom and Michelle Mara. Without their contribution, this field would not have come true for us, and I think it's something that as we move forward, it's very beneficial to lacrosse and the soccer programs here to have this field and have this dream coming true. But there still are some things within the project that we'd like to continue to see to better the facility and to allow our student athletes to have the greatest experience while they're here. Continuing to focus on the fact that we want softball to have a similar facility. And that they have a similar opportunity to what we're having on this field. And then some of the smaller projects that, we are in desperate need of a new scoreboard. It would really add to the aesthetics of the facility. And then some of the other projects are just, bleachers and some of the smaller things that really bring together exactly what you want on a field, and again builds that pride. And when you walk onto that field, you have everything there. It's not just one or two things, but you got the full project, and people actually have a sense of pride when they walk on the field. That's Bonaventure.
We really want to thank the Mara family, Tom and Michelle, for starting this and continuing their gifts to this university. They've done so much for the school. First with the baseball field and now with this. They've been dedicated alums and really strong supporters of St. Bonaventure. I think it's also worthy to note, though, we're not done. This is just phase one. There's still a lot of things that we'd like to do with the softball field, scoreboard, and the other phases of this project. So we're going to need the continued support of the bonding community to be able to finish this off and to make this complex all the way complete.
Know that this is happening, to get on board, help us move forward as the project continues to grow, because there are more needs for this project. I'm excited to tell anybody and everybody about it, and just have them come here and see what's being done, see the commitment the university is making towards our student athletes. It's a wonderful message, and just be a part of something new and exciting and extraordinary.
Go Bonnies!